awesome. Hi, it's Grace, and the lighting sucks. I could move further back, but you can, I don't care. Today I have no hope. I had to put on such a brave face for work. It was the longest I've had to work since everything happened. And I don't know. It took all of my energy, and I just feel empty and hollow. And I just want things to be back the way they were. And all I was thinking about all day is my partner was going to see a movie. So all I was going to do when he was away was cry my heart out, because I cry around him, but I know he is feeling just as hurt, and I don't know why. I just feel like it hurts him more to see me in pain, because like you can think something and then you can see it. And I don't want him to have to hurt to see me in pain, and he's in pain, and it's stupid and weird. And I just wanted to use this time to just be weird and in pain. It's really weird to talk about, and I know people have done it, but I just took her from her spot in the cupboard, just went and laid down with her on the bed like we always did, and it was really nice and so painful. I just wanted something to be normal for 5 minutes. I had Out of This World playing by The Cure, and it is a beautiful song, and horrible and beautiful, and that's why I love The Cure. But it was kind of nice to just lie there and just pretend for 5 minutes everything was kind of normal, and not the weird hell that has become my days. I know losing different people is really different, but losing a human and an animal, it's just so different. You can kind of only assume your animal's thoughts and feelings and that kind of thing, because you don't always 100% know how they're feeling, what's happening. By the way, weird tangent, have you seen the Fluent Pets stuff? I bought some stuff for Luna, and I was trying to get her to use buttons, but some of the conversations that, like, have you seen Bunny the talking dog? She's a poodle cross. Oh my gosh, I should know. I have no idea. But some of the stuff that she comes out with is just really cool, and you go, there's so many thoughts going on in there. As there should be. Like, we should not assume that animals are not thinking, you know, at least 50% of what we are. They're very sensitive to things, and just because they can't tell you about it doesn't mean it's not happening. And it's amazing to see that they're trying to give all animals that can use these buttons voices. Like, I've only seen cats and dogs personally, but I am sure that there are a lot of other animals trying to do stuff, and it's just so cool. And editing Grace, if there was a thought I forgot in there, put it in there. But all I wanted to know was she happy? I hope she was happy. All the photos we keep looking back on, she's so happy. And I just hope that she felt loved, and that and she didn't feel lots of pain, and guilt is probably the word of the day. I just feel like I couldn't have done enough. I know it's not a real feeling. I know that one day I will probably look at this, and I hope I don't feel silly, because it's fucking hurts and it's real. But I just hope that I can appreciate everything. I really wish I could keep a thought long enough. I've got too many. I just don't know what to do without her. She was my best friend. We hung out all the time. So again, losing people and humans are different, but animals generally can't tell you stuff. So you can only assume, and I guess that creates a lot of doubt. I hope I knew her well enough, because I think she had a fun time. Like, we tried to make her life awesome and show her love and all the things. Like, I know all that. It doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make now just feel horrific. It's not normal. It's not how things should be. I'm miserable, and I don't really care about me. I cared about her, and that was like our family. We cared about her. That was our focus of attention, rightly or wrongly. Like, my partner and I used her to communicate better with each other. Like, used to talk about her and spend more time together because of her, and like, we're still spending time together. So we're both miserable, and it's just so different. And I don't want anything to change that either. I love him so much, and I don't want our pain to become a problem. We're trying to talk as much as possible, and I think we will be okay. But this is really hard, and we've talked about just how different it is to lose her compared to other people that we've lost. And it's so different and so weird, and you've got other people sort of to talk about, other like humans that lived, they had lives, they had interactions. With your pet, it's just you, and it's nearly like an imaginary freaking friendship. That's the most awesome thing in the world. Like, you know when they're happy and sad and stuff, but really, like, half the time you're like, oh, you're thinking this, oh, like, maybe not everyone's the same, but like, you know, when they react to something, you're like, oh, what are you looking at? Like, often Lena would be like, and like, there was a bird, or occasionally it was like spider, and you're like, oh, I better get that. But like, you know, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you like that because that's what you're paying attention to. She used to like to sit in the sun in the front room, so we knew she liked it, but she really started using it when we put chairs in there. So every morning we had to move like a cushy heated bed down there so she could look out the window to see the world and see what was happening, because we noticed she enjoyed it, so we made her comfortable, and that was like her newest hangout spot. And so that's where we're all hanging out, like, because it was fun, and that's where she was. And I don't know, but shared interests with the animals is like weird and just so freaking personal. That who do you talk to about this stuff? Like, I don't know, my partner and I have each other, and I'm so grateful for that. And I know other people have gone through it, but it just doesn't feel like something I want to talk about with anyone in my life, because I don't feel like they'll understand. Like, I know some people will, but I don't want to talk about it. It seems like something, again, with a human, that you've got lots of people, hopefully, that you can talk about that knew this person. There's different perspectives and stories, and I don't know, it's just so freaking different. And again, a lot of people, like, they don't see their animals as like people. You know, they have likes and dislikes and, you know, lots of stuff going on, like you do. And they're just chilling down there. Like, people think of them as lesser. But animals are amazing, and I'm pretty sure that I've said it a lot, but I'm gonna say it again. It's just an incredible bond, and it's really pure. You don't really know what they're thinking. You have to learn like how they respond to like positives and negatives, and kind of interpret everything they do. So they communicate with you, but it's just a completely different language, and it's one that everyone should be able to experience, because it's just different. You can't talk to your animal normally. Like, again, buttons, please go look at talking animals and their buttons, because it's freaking cool, but generally you can't get that kind of feedback from your pet. So it's like, I don't know, a special language between you, and like, it feels like a dead language. Like, I used to put my nose like near her nose, and she used to like rub her face and stuff on it. I've got videos of that. It's so freaking cute. And like, who can I do that with now? Nobody. And I know it's weird, but it's something like we did a lot. It was like a sign of affection. Again, just like another language altogether. Like, cats do stuff when they're happy in general, like they purr and stuff. And she was a little bit of a purrer, but she was just she was just content. And she liked to sit with Grant because he was very still and quiet. And I learnt that the reason that she didn't want to sit with me as much to start with is because I'm a loud person. And she was like, he's far more chill. I'm going to go over there. And he was always still her favourite person in the whole entire world. But it was nice to kind of learn, change and grow for the happiness of another being. Like, I don't know. Like, I know we do it for different situations and other people in our lives and stuff, but it's just, again, a whole new way of communicating, learning and understanding sort of what's happening around you. And I grew up with a cat who was like my brother, but every animal's different. Again, like people, they're different. So it just, you have to learn to communicate. And because we got her when she was older, it was so much different again, because like kittens, like baby things, are learning how to communicate. But she was a full grown adult. Like, we didn't know what she liked to eat or like drink or like bed stuff, or like we had to figure it all out. And figure it out when things changed and like, well, she's getting older, like maybe we need warm and we need this and we need that. And again, it was all based on like sort of trial and error and judging her signs of happiness or anger or whatever, like by how well we knew her. So that kind of bond you have with someone takes time, like any relationship and friendship, and it hurts just as much when it's gone. So just from the crazy person that's been crying like this for 2 weeks for the loss of my best friend, if you're going through this, please know it's valid. It hurts just as much as the loss of any other relationship in your life. And no one can ever replace them, just like anyone else in your life. And you don't have to listen to people who like try and offer any positive advice, like get another pet. Oh my god, no. If you lost a child, wouldn't you be like, dude, have another kid, it's fine. Again, people and animals aren't sort of comparable at all, so you just can't have a judgment like that. Relationships aren't replaceable, so I don't understand people that are like, oh yeah, get another pet. Like, excuse me. It just seems so callous and harsh and just not people I would ever want to be associated with. It's a big judge of character to see how a person treats an animal. It's one to see how they treat other human beings, because there's reactions and words and, you know, social pressure, etc. Animal friendships are just more pure because there's not all that other stuff going on. Of course, there can be different stuff, and animals have reactions to previous stresses and stuff like people do. But the biggest thing I miss, and it seems so weird, but the lack of judgment in that relationship. There's only one other in my life, and that's with my partner. And that's why we felt like a family. There was the three of us. We didn't judge each other. Well, actually, Luna judged us a lot, but that was her job. So there's no one to judge us. There's no one to tell us to go to bed or to wake up or what we should be doing. And I'm lost and I'm hurt, and I'm taking this time while my partner is at the cinema to, again, cry a lot. But just have 5 minutes to pretend everything's okay, sort of. And now I'm gonna try and paint and listen to Wish You Were Here and cry some more. And that's gonna be my night. I might get the big paintbrush out and start the big pieces, because I don't think I can see the other one. I had a thought before. I don't have a mask near me, but I'll try another day. Like, I'm sick of wiping my face. It's so annoying. I'm gonna try like just sticking all the tissues in a mask and just strapping it to my face to catch the moisture. It seems way more efficient. Another project probably for, I don't know, tomorrow, the day after. Probably soon though. I want to try and like do things without dripping all over the house. Oh, dressing gown, by the way. Good for catching lots of tears and snot. And all the towels I put down for art have been really cool. There's something that I don't know if it exists, but my brain is calling it free crying, because you can cry everywhere and it only makes the towels wet and you can wash them. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but my brain kind of finds it funny, so it's a thing. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Bye.